Shots, you're an amazing individual, and I'm happy birthday, buddy. By the way, Shots turned 100 this week, guys. Just so you guys know, and that's a huge milestone. We call that a centennial, and honestly, very very happy for him. So make sure you wish him a happy birthday. It's a centennial that year. That's crazy, honestly. Congratulations, buddy. It's coming all the way from Texas. Okay, so let's get into that's it here, man. At any rate, let's get into everything here. I want to go over some stuff that we've kind of been sitting on for a little bit, community feedback on the rules, but I think it's really important for us to kind of step up and just say, hey, we've dealt with some of these things, we've heard you, and the first thing that I kind of want to go over with you guys is the set of rule changes, then I'm going to get into all the exciting stuff. I think that's probably the way to handle this, you know, because you guys are going to lose your attention span halfway through, and then, you know, I'm kind of thinking like your dad, I guess. It's amazing how that works, huh? Okay. At any rate, let's have a look. We have released a newsletter, and we have updated the rule page with a number of rule changes
how the guy
that
said
we've
you
asked
changed
for
the
a long
place.
time, or that have become apparent as we've had
Dude and Benny, I just don't know how though.
different types of communities start to join into ours, and we saw that there was kind of room for us to change a couple of things that are very important. And we have
I'll
this
ask
blog
more and I'll
we'll
figure it
post
out, but he said it is Benny's.
We've been trying to work into like our dev blogs and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen like pictures from the community from the GTA Screenies channel as well. Right here we have what we've deemed NVL taken by Sir Panny. I'm not going to go through all the text here. You guys can read all that if you wish. However, I want to go through the high points here, which is basically green zones. This has been something that's been hotly debated within our community for a long time. And basically what we've realized is that people are having a very hard time understanding in the no exploiting rule the fact that there are some perceived versions of green zones. So the first thing that we've done is we've implemented a rule that, with our hope, removes violent crime from green zones in the hospitals and at least within the area around the Sandy Motel. And while doing that, what we're hoping to not do is to take away the ability for small-time RP conflict, like maybe someone's punching someone in the hospital or doing something silly. We didn't want to take that away. So basically what we've implemented here is this rule that says there are a number of areas on the server where kidnapping, robbing, or assaulting, in brackets, with weapons are strictly prohibited. And that's what we're trying to open up for people to be able to use their fists and do small-time RP conflict in these areas, because we still want that to be able to flourish. The goal is for RP first. In addition, camping the exits to these zones or purposely fleeing or hiding in these zones to avoid active conflict is also strictly prohibited. This is something we've seen a lot, as people kind of abuse these types of zones in a lot of different servers to attempt to bait people into a rule break, and that's something we really want to stay away from. Hospitals just aren't a good place for conflict. They continually just make things bad. Any green zone for player-owned businesses? No, we're not looking at that right now. That's not a concern we have. We think that there's a lot of ability for
don't do green zone for businesses. That'd be terrible
to be had in those places.
But I do like how he's thinking though, chat, for real, because he's just like, yo, people baiting and stuff like that. Like, they're thinking both sides, which I like.
Conflict, so we're not looking to make those green zones. With that came the ability or the need to address another
100% TJ
in our exploiting rule, which was camping teleports. This has become a bigger issue as we've introduced weed warehouses and other types of mechanics. And basically what's happened is that people are cheesing the exits to these things. This always happens. This is just how things work. So people come out of the teleport, you hold them up, you do whatever. You basically cheese the fact that they have no ability or counterplay in the situation. What we've added here is a rule that says that there are numerous mechanics that teleport you to another location. This includes elevators, housing doors, etc. Holding someone up or attacking someone immediately as they exit a teleport is strictly prohibited. Allow any exiting party the ability for counterplay to gain cover or re-enter or exit the building. Will we have to change this rule? Potentially. Will we have to reword it? Potentially. However, I think it's a good start to making sure that there's at least some counterplay protection for players as we get into more conflict.
This is really smart. All right, I just hope on the other end, when you give that person time, because I think it should be like that other person doesn't run back inside type shit. Am I making sense? But this is 100% should be I like this,
based around some teleports within the game. Ocean dumping. This has been a well, this has been a tricky one, to be honest, to navigate, because we've had, hey, KG, where we've had a lot of people that have come from different servers and environment where this is done respectfully. And we realized, I think, pretty quickly, and we had a few counter arguments brought against us on why this is, because we don't have a real new life rule on the server at the moment. And that made me get to thinking that you don't really lose your stuff when you get ocean dumped. The only thing you lose when you get ocean dumped is the ability for you to go, the police to go and find the evidence, right, on our server. So there isn't really a reason for us to remove ocean dumping when we got down and we really thought about it. And, you know,
Hello?
Hey, it's been like an hour. You still doing something?
Yeah, I'm still in something. Are you on duty still?
Well, I went off duty because Rosa wanted to do something real quick, but I'm gonna be pulling someone in for an interview, so I just wanted to make sure you weren't about to like call me.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
probably gonna be in there for a little bit.
Yeah, get on duty. Yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, I've been on duty all day, but like no, I'm probably gonna be in interrogation for like the next 30 minutes. To an
Wait,
hour.
who you interrogating?
What the fuck am I looking at? Party? What party? What party? How come I wasn't invited?
I hate that it does that with the phone, chat.
I gotta do an interview. Man.
Like, I hate that shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I gotta interrogate somebody, so I'm probably gonna be tied up for the next 30 minutes to an hour.
Do you know who you're interrogating?
I do.
You gonna tell me?
No,
Why not?
because that's confidential.
Okay. All right, do your thing. Let me know what happens.
Yeah. Just give me a call when you're done with whatever you're doing.
All right, I got you for sure.
All right, bye.
Wait.
times that is what managing a community is about, is realizing sometimes you're just wrong, or you just didn't think something through entirely. And in this case, that was the case. We did not think this through. So basically what we've done is we've said that ocean dumping now, dumping someone's body in the ocean, is allowed for story purposes. However, this must not be used as an attempt to force permadeath or memory loss. I have put that as a catch-all in case we implement some form of new life rule in the future. And if a player is ocean dumped, they are allowed to direct police to location where they were originally down to prevent abuse mechanics like evidence collection. So I think that one's pretty important. And I think that's probably like a good middle ground to where our rule set was and where it kind of needs to be in terms of for enabling people's role play and ability to have cool scenes without it being a huge deal. Abusing respawn mechanics. This one came up a lot, guys, and like this is one of those things where I was always like, I never want to put this thing in the rules, but it became apparent that I have to put it in the rules because even people that I know should know different will abuse this in the middle of gang conflict. And what we mean by that is the ability to press E and basically just respawn in the hospital. So this, what it says is you must not use the respawn mechanic unless you are unreachable by PD, medical, or you are glitched. And I think that is only fair.
100%. That's a norm.
And I'm willing to hear arguments on that in feedback channels.
So what? People was just using it to use it? That's crazy.
Etc. But for right now, that is the rule, and you know, I think that one is obvious. With that, we've got a couple of different changes. I've outlined what the original looked like and what we've done to change them. A big one here, this is going to be for all you gang affiliated folks, especially Chatterbox, because he's in a gang of clowns. He's a gang. He's in a gang.
Zolo.
Yo.
Dude, we just got a letter.
Yeah, I seen the alert.
I got it.
Huh? Y'all about to pull in?
Please retweet that. Put it on social media, in game. Basically, what we looked at here is that there was a lot of abuse in implementation to the conflict limits and how it was worded. Basically, gangs were trying to just tag and claim like large portions of turf when the intention of the rule is not for that. It's for like your direct area that you claim, you know, like the FDF, grandma's house, and just across the street on that building, or the Ballas with the little bulb on the top of Grove Street, or you know, like I don't think I have to explain more. Like the Vagos with the barrio, you know, stuff like that. Oh, sorry, I probably said that one. The barrio, right? The barrio. Sorry.
A lot of these rules CG was doing, but these motherfuckers started doing this shit to them, so they were like, "Fuck it, we." I've always like the server I came from before. Gang turf was small. It wasn't like this huge forte. It was just like, you know,
The car stayed
little souls
we'll pick you
type
up here, Curtis.
shit.
Just bring it over.
Oh boys.
So you can hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready whenever
We
y'all
got
ready.
the email. We got the email.
Yeah, I see it. All right. Good luck, boys and gal.
And sneakerhead. At any rate, we wanted to change this one because we didn't really outward define what turf is, and it was one of those things where people were able to really abuse this rule in a bad way, and we couldn't really get to rule enforcement a lot of times because it was kind of wishy-washy. So basically what we've done here is we have reworded it to say the first part is pretty much the same, right? It's just encourage a fun, engaging role-play environment, conflict set to 5v5. However, groups can agree to waive this conflict rule via out-of-character chat. So the first thing that we did is we defined what a turf or property is, and now I've defined property because we realized that businesses were getting looped into this rule a lot. This is a small area or section, a small set of buildings or an interior that you have sufficiently RP'd with tags, so like scenes and stuff like that, RP or government acknowledgement. I think this is one that you really have to establish within roleplay. You know, people have to realize this is your turf. You know, and there has to be something that you can substantiate.
100%.
To us.
See,
I
how on the bank, guys.
It's really clear that this is their turf, guys. You know, it's really clear this is their small area or section.
No problem.
And that's really what we're looking for here. Kind of like CG with, they have the Grapeseed gas station right now. And that one's really evident that that's their turf, you know? And it's not
100%.
big. It's obvious that that's their turf.
That's what I'm talking about.
So this does not include large areas or regions. You can't claim all of Little Seoul for defenders' rights, only a piece as an example. Because this is like a real example that we had and we had to talk about, and there was a lot of arguments between different players and stuff like that. So we wanted to really define that. We thought that was a good example. Or all of the South Side, or all of El Rancho. You know, like these are all problems we've seen in the past. Like you can't claim defenders' rights for those large sections of areas. Next up, if you are attacked on your turf or property and you have more than 5 people on your turf or property, your gang group may defend yourselves. However, you may not allow people who are not on your turf at the time of the attack to engage over the numbers limit. This has been a big problem. We've had people...
Oh, so if they're there, they're there. That's kind of like how it's always been. But like, I kind of like where it's like everybody come. That's kind of cool, you know? But I get it. It's going to cause confusion.
People calling people to the turf, right? And that's not really the intention of the rule. You know, we want the people that are on the turf to be able to defend themselves, and that is the purpose of the rule. So that's what we want to solve here. We want to make sure that defenders don't get caught in a weird place where they're like, oh, do I defend myself or do I run away? You know? We want you to be able to defend yourself if you're there on the turf and you're initiated into combat. What we don't want is for it to turn into like a 20v5 because people from all over the map are being called to the scene.
Yeah, it was obvious, exactly.
The last thing, you may not lead a conflict to your turf to circumvent number limits. This has been happening a lot.
Big. This is, it's so crazy. Like, we're just used to these rules, but I guess it's like running back to your block. Like, nah, that's a no-no.
And this was a necessary rule, honestly. This one was like big. This one here I'm not going to get into too far. However, we had to change the exploiting rule because we have rules covering things within this that were like a catch-all before. The big things to take note of in this one here, just the Cole's Notes version, is doing major... We changed the crime piece and exploiting to be major crime mechanics because we don't really care about minor stuff. A lot of that stuff is meant to be like kind of like a mirror to like civilian jobs, but for criminals. You know, it's meant to be like petty small stuff for criminals to do, so we don't really care about that stuff. What we put here, however, is for Forcing cops to drop PD equipment despite game mechanics preventing them from being robbed. This is a big one. Because people keep trying to do this. They know they can't rob cops. So they're like, drop your everything, you know? And it's like, you can't do it. And I've been shot down for trying to follow like our rules and stuff like that. Even me, it's happened to me, right? On a couple of different occasions. And it's been becoming a big problem, right? People are trying to circumvent the inability to search and rob cops for their PD equipment. So we want to make sure that that's in the rules. Like, yeah, get them to drop like their ID or like their water or their food or whatnot. But
Okay, you want a
trying
lockpick or
get
do you
cops
want me to try?
drop their guns and stuff like
I
that.
can
It's very
lockpick it.
tiring very quick and
I
will
can do
really
it.
affect the server
Maybe.
negatively.
Let me try. Let me try.
100%.
The last thing. This is a big one. Metagaming. We made an addition to the rule, a subpoint, due to people circumventing the ability to use Third Eye to get into like hidden locations like warehouses and raid them and just cheese it, basically. So basically what we've said here is that we consider utilizing the Third Eye or Peek mechanic to raid player warehouses or hidden criminal locations as metagaming. That one's a big one, guys. And
You do it. I'm fucking. Piss me off, dude.
And
You get 3 attempts,
I
okay?
don't want to ban anyone else for this.
This
'cause
shit
it's been
pissed me
pretty
off
rough,
too, to be honest.
if I'm
I always
being
shoot one
honest
shot.
with
I
you.
don't know what's wrong with me now.
And with that, I think the next
This is
Dude, one more attempt I can try.
This is huge because a lot of these guys are not streamers, right? We're pretty much only streamers on the server, so you know they're just running around peeking. So this limits that because it's like, yo, you gotta show us if you know that's their warehouse. Show us how you know that's their warehouse. So it gives more of like, hey, let me do like investigation RP, like let me camp there. If I think that's their warehouse, let me go in the bush. Let me watch. Let me see them go in it. Like that type of shit makes sense.
part of what we want to do here today is kind of focus on some of the things that we've done here and kind of champion.
I like the adjustment. I like how they like adjust right away. I like how it's not like, yo, we're not adjusting. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. Like I like the, because I think with stuff it should adjust, right? Depending on like the temperature of the server, right? I like the instant adjustment, the instant updates, I like that.
In what we've been doing within Prodigy.
Adjusting it accordingly. Yeah, exactly. Speedy Lossie's meant the exact same way. Exactly. Like there needs to be some type of thing where it's like, hey, that doesn't make sense, and something like this where everybody's on the same page, not just hearing it from somebody and then everybody saying, oh, this is it, and you're not 100% if it's true.
We have a really great team, very varied, and they have done lots of cool stuff over the last few weeks. A huge amount of bug fixes, quality of life things implemented, and we have brought on some cool new developers who I want to introduce to the community, including Kanky, who you guys know, he's pretty badass. Kanky's pretty badass. And we've had Alvar on the staff as well, who's been working hard on some police uniforms.
Kanky? I always call him Kankai.
The feedback
Back
that
is
we
done,
have
or
on
we-
how we can make cops be able to express themselves more, and this was feedback that we've gotten from some from the creators on our server, and it was really good feedback actually, and people have really enjoyed the changes that we've implemented with Alvar, and I kind of want to just show you to show you what we've done, okay? Because it's pretty cool. All right. And before we move on to that and look at Alvar's work, I just want to give a big shout out to Kanky. It's amazing to have brought him onto our 3D team. He is phenomenal, and he's already done a lot of work for us in terms of like the boxing event we have coming up. And he made like a full like Rocky Balboa.
I don't know how Kanky hasn't been put on already. Like this guy is insane. I don't know how he hasn't been picked up. Shout out to Kanky.
Like style outfit even for me, and then he's doing stuff now for I think for Charlie and for Mr. K for their fight and all of the participants. It's just really cool to be able to do that for the community and give a sense of individuality on the server to a high quality without reducing game performance, might I add. Hold on. Let me try this again. I swear I'm a professional, guys. I'm going to stream to Discord. What is wrong with me? God, I feel I just turned the same age as shots. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I'm double streaming the Discord and in-game. So the first thing I want to show off here, guys, is right here we have
Shots
new
catching
uniform
random
implementations for
strays.
different body types. We have like the muscular female here.
Didn't do anything wrong, Kay. It's just
The
stuffed out. I
uniform
know
more
that.
adequately shows
Maybe
like,
it'll
the
let us in a
structure
little
of the
bit.
body and stuff
We'll
like
see,
that.
yeah.
Someone who's a little bit more muscular.
Because what I
instead
usually
of-
do, my
one
order,
of the biggest
I solo
complaints
hack
we've
it,
had
right?
for
So I
the female-
do door, I do back, then I do tills, and it always works.
role players is the fact that the body
Are you
form
doing
that's-
device, K, or are you doing...
Both. I tried
Neither.
both and it doesn't work.
You want me to just try to lockpick it up?
Let's try it. Yeah, see
Try
if it
one.
works.
distributed by like the normally offered outfit generally is not very good.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. It's
See,
like...
you can't do it, right?
And
Yeah.
we have like a plus size
Yep.
model here.
It
for
happens.
women
I
as
don't know
well.
why, but it does.
And for men, as you can see. And this is gonna be the big thing for the ladies, is no more diaper butt. Look at that. It's kind of weird that I have to look at but we're looking at butts today. But you can see like this is like the big thing we've had, and we've been able to bring on 3D staff to make sure that we can address that adequately for our lovely.
Thinking maybe
ladies
try
of the
moving the
police department.
device in your pockets,
And then next
Kay.
up here, we got
Leave your
the big
pockets, come
buff
back, try it. Like, I'm
outfit
just trying to
dude.
think what else we can try.
Bro, radio's so fucking loud, man.
And this one here is one of the body types that we have offered for the PD as well. I'm not going to show you off the normal uniform. You guys see it every single day. But you can see just the range and variety that we've added for kind of the customization of PD. And as you can see, they have like the full set of ranks and everything like that. So even Tony Rico can get buff if he wants to. Hold on. Okay, is that you? No, never mind. I broke Sneakerhead.
Bro, I had to look up some GTA bots dedication.
This stuff looks great. You guys have
Bro,
seen Hutch use like
just
I'm
even
gonna try this.
even little stuff like this is yeah, it's down. It's at 10%. Even little stuff like this is just a attention to details. Like these are little stuff that just can be implemented right away. I respect it.
big boy petted. I just seeing his reaction to that when he saw that as an option was, for me alone, like that was enough where it was like, okay, you know, this was the right idea. This is a cool thing that we did here. So big shout out to Alfred G for
Thank you.
working on this. We just had him push a big fix to make sure that all of the different hats and stuff we had from the old uniforms are all matched up and that there should be less.
They got a couple
That's
devs. I think they got like
happening
10
as well. So big
devs,
wins
20
there.
devs here. I don't know. I don't know.
So last but not least, I want to give you guys a little peek at what's going to be coming to the server. We are not going to launch it today, I don't think. Maybe tomorrow. This is gonna make mechanic shop owners very happy, by the way. No, why am I coming here when I could just go to one of the more active mechanic shops in the city? Because they're gonna freak out. Oh god, where am I? Yeah, Unicorn's excited, I can tell. What am I gonna do? Assault and Classic? Hell yeah. Hey, what's up, Peachy? How you doing? It's good to see you. I've seen people I haven't seen in forever today. That's crazy. So, I'm not authorized. Hold on, technical difficulty. I'm now the owner of autos. Sorry about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new customization menu for Benny's that we have right here, ready to go. You can do everything that you want here pretty easily. Customize your tire smoke, all your changes will come up in the corner. You'll be able to zoom in. I have it turned off here at the moment, but there'll be like a little indicator of where the collie's been working on. Hey, Collie, what's up, buddy? Collie's been hard at work here. The ability to edit all parts of your customization, your hood, the live
That's
changes
sick.
as you like scroll over. You can do it with the keys, etc.,
I'll
etc.
call a guy anyway since he called me and I can ask
Did you guys
him
get
for
an ad? Get his tires for motorcycle. I believe everything's in. All
Yeah,
the
you might have told me
customization
so.
options are
Me and
now in the
Rami
city.
had this
This will be a little bit more snappy here when Collie turns this back on. It's all for dev purposes, but you'll zoom into each part as you go into it, and you hover it, and it'll be like a little circle on it where it'll stream in and show you what's there. What else do we have here? But the cool thing about this is not just the customization menu and that we've leveled up here in a big way. It's also the fact that now in mechanic shops you will be able
Yo, isn't it so cool to like just, I don't know, this shit's just cool.
to do this for your customers at a much reduced rate, so that we are going to be working on body shop ability to the mechanic shops. So that should give some variety to the roleplay mechanic shops other than just going and repairing police vehicles all day long. So I think that'll be a real big thing for all you guys.
So any
Also,
shop
something
can
else we
update.
put
That's
in
dope.
here is that we've also brought on, and this is pretty cool. Some of you guys don't know this yet because we haven't announced them. We have brought on Stuart. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Stuart is. Anyone who maybe... Oh, wow. I think a lot of you guys might know him. Give me some examples, Midget. What are some of his examples of cars he's done? He fully builds out custom cars, liveries, and... No, not Stuart Little. That would be impressive if I had a mouse modeling cars. Yes, Stuart is well known within the GTA modding community. He's done stuff for some larger servers as well, and we have brought him on full-time to our staff to bring custom servers to... custom cars to our server. And we're really excited about it. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek because the first thing that's... I don't know, does Stuart want me to give a sneak peek? Can someone message him? Midget, are you out there? Ask me, wants to give me speech. Does he want me to show a sneak peek? But anyway, it's a big deal. He is right now working on his...
I'm gonna try the front again, and if not,
he's working on his first car right now that he's going to exclude. We're going to launch it on Prodigy, and then as like an ode to the community, because it was something he was going to work on for the entire GTA community, we were like, okay, come on, work on this thing and release that to the community. So basically what we're doing here is we're helping sponsor stuff back to the community for GTA through helping out. It was pretty cool. Raging Ravage would show it. You might be right. For you guys who don't know, I used to be called Raging Ravage a long time ago. But anyway, this is really cars that's and with our new systems. Moving on, we have some other things to announce as well. Some new members to the team. We have brought... Now, I hope I don't butcher these names, okay? This week. So... What's up? I give a big shout out to Kanky. It's amazing to have brought... Nope. Is it on this branch?
drop off successful.
But yeah.
Yep, we're out. We're gone.